Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Friday, June 3rd, 2016. Welcome and thank you for joining us tonight for the English edition of Aura News, where we bring you today's top stories translated into English every weeknight. Albania's Italian ambassador held a meeting with the prosecutor general, while the prosecution has launched an investigation regarding the existence of the illegal tapping equipment. The meeting was held this morning at the Prosecutor General's office. In an official statement, Aura News has learned that the Prosecutor General assured the Italian ambassador that an investigation has not been launched in regards to the actions of the Italian police, and in fact praised Italian security forces for the exchange of information with the Albanian authorities to discover and bring justice to those involved in criminal activities in our countries. Meanwhile, the prosecution continues their investigation of the tapping equipment, which according to the state police is training equipment. The Socialist Movement for Integration showed their support for the investigation of the phone tapping equipment today. The vice chairman of the party declared that the SMI urges an investigation with foreign experts against everyone who was involved in the tapping of the Ministry of Interior. I learned from the media that the Minister of Interior's office was tapped. This is a serious issue and a comprehensive investigation by the prosecution is needed. The investigation should reveal the responsible persons without exceptions. The issue requires an investigation with the help of internationals. This is the moment for maximum transparency so that we can separate ourselves from the illegality once and for all, he said. When asked about the meeting between the Prime Minister and the Democratic Party chairman, the Socialist Movement for Integration vice chairman declared that the SMI welcomes the meeting and expects consensus for the judicial reform without altering the standards of international expertise. The governments of Albania and Kosovo held their third joint meeting, which was held in Pristina and was finalized with the signing of 7 agreements. Albanian Prime Minister Edi Rama announced the establishment of a Kosovo customs point at the port of Durrës and a declaration that Fierza Lake is a common protected area. Both prime ministers agreed that dialogue with Serbia is very important, but Belgrade cannot deter Kosovo's integration process. Rama declared that the Berlin process has created a unique opportunity to remove barriers in the region, opening a path towards cooperation between the nations. Joining our forces is really important. We should work together in order to make our partners understand that the need to integrate the Balkans is necessary. The Balkans integration is important for a safer Europe. For many years, we have joined our voice with yours to speak up against Kosovo's isolation. The visa liberalization news has liberated us all, and at the same time, it has removed a big shame from the EU. Basing our politics on the reality of a common land, people, and dream, together we have transformed the divisions into a cooperation bridge. Our dream, the national union through the European Union, is our biggest inspiration, said the Albanian Prime Minister. Today's meeting proves that our countries and the whole region are becoming an active part of a geo-Atlantic political concept. We are aware of the historic advantages of this era and we are living in. We will work with responsibility in the interest of our countries, declared the Kosovo Prime Minister. The 7 agreements signed between the governments include the administrative investigation at the border points between the countries, the environment, and strengthened administrations. 4 parliamentary parties, the Republican Party, the Demo-Christian Party, the Movement for National Development, and the Agrarian Party, on behalf of 43 other smaller parties, submitted a draft for the electoral reform with 9 proposals in Parliament today. The electronic voting is the root of the proposals of the smaller parties. They also asked for the change of the current electoral system, demanding a system with national correction and open lists. The representatives of the smaller parties expressed optimism that their draft will be accepted. Their platform is similar to that of the Democratic Party, with some issues that have been continuously objected by the larger Democratic and Socialist parties. An important proposal of the smaller parties is related to the administration of the electoral process. They are asking for a group of judges to administrate the process. The Assembly Speaker, Ilir Mehta, welcomed the initiative of the smaller parties and encouraged the efforts of political stakeholders to gain more transparency within the system and for a depoliticized electoral administration. The Assembly Speaker expressed his support of changing the Electoral Code in accordance with the OSCE ODIHR recommendations. Parliament has sent several recommendations to the Energy Regulatory Body to solve a number of problems in the electricity and gas division. In the official document presented to the Parliamentary Commission for Productive Activity, Parliament asked the Energy Regulatory Body to continue taking customers' complaints seriously, especially with complaints on energy meters, energy bills, and flat rate bills. Also, Parliament is asking for more responsibility from the energy distribution operator regarding accurate customer billing. Parliament has affirmed that there will not be flat rate billing after July 1st. The deadline for establishing the energy meters should be rigorously monitored. There must not be flat rate bills after the first 6 months of 2016, reads the letter. Parliament also requires the Energy Regulatory Authority to continuously monitor implementing effective measures to protect consumers, to have tariffs and prices that reflect the correct costs, and provide uninterrupted electricity. Representatives of the European Union in Albania have appealed to the government to provide more support for the rural areas. In his speech at the fair Earth Market, where 400 farmers presented traditional products of the Balkans, the EU representative to Albania, Mr. Engstrom, said that supporting small farmers is a good opportunity to create a strong society. You should focus on promoting small farmers in order to increase the idea of buying local foods. In order to create a strong society, the politicians must achieve rural development of the country. The president of Slow Food demanded more attention to organic foods and asked politicians for higher payments in agriculture because it is the only way to attract the attention of the youth labor market. The Earth Market Fair will remain open until Sunday. The Red and Black Alliance protested outside the Ministry of Social Welfare and Youth today against the law to approve gay marriages, demanding that monies planned to aid gay marriages go to the orphans who need the money. The Red and Black Alliance asked both the Democratic and Socialist parties to repeal the law on gay marriage. They emphasized that the immorality of the government officials prevails in Albania, and for this reason, the representatives of the alliance vowed to protest against any injustice. That's all for our English edition this evening. Please join us again Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for your local news in English. My name is Mari, and on behalf of Ora News, thank you and good night.